you felt stuck. I felt like I couldn't go into the training ground and say I'm struggling with this mentally, or I'm struggling to deal with this on my own. Where now, as you said, it's a lot easier to actually do that, which is good, because obviously people are recognising the mental health issue.
Lately, something feels off. Fans around the world have noticed it, and the questions keep growing louder. What's really happening to Wayne Rooney? Could there be more to his appearance than meets the eye? In this video, we're diving deep into the unsettling signs that have sparked alarm and uncovering the truth behind the rising concerns about his health. Stay with us as we uncover the emotional truth behind the growing concerns for this football legend. The growing concern: why fans are worried about Rooney. A name that stands among the greatest legends of football, known for his incredible goals and unforgettable victories, Wayne Rooney is a figure cherished by fans around the world. From his explosive debut with Everton to becoming Manchester United's all-time leading goalscorer, Rooney has been a symbol of talent, dedication, and resilience. However, during his younger years, particularly in the early stages of his career at Everton and Manchester United, Rooney was often spotted out in nightclubs, sometimes visibly intoxicated. These incidents raised concerns about his discipline, especially considering the high expectations placed on top athletes. While many of his peers had similar experiences, Rooney's drinking habits seemed to attract more media attention, partly due to his high-profile status as a young star. Over time, it became clear that Rooney's relationship with alcohol was one of the personal struggles he had to contend with, particularly during the off-seasons or times when he wasn't in the spotlight. While his on-field performances never seemed to be directly affected by his drinking, the issues off the pitch led to criticism from both the media and fans. There were moments when his actions seemed at odds with the level of discipline expected from a professional footballer at the top of his game. Rooney himself later admitted that there were times when his drinking went beyond the occasional social indulgence, and he struggled to find a healthy balance. It wasn't until later in his career that he started to gain better control over these habits, as he realised the toll it was taking on his personal life and his professional image. Although Rooney's drinking issues weren't as widely discussed as his performances on the pitch, they remain an important part of his career, highlighting that even the most successful athletes face personal struggles behind closed doors. In recent months, however, concerns about his well-being have taken a different tone. Fans who once idolised him are now expressing genuine worry. It's important to note, though, that these concerns didn't arise overnight. They trace back to the later years of his playing career. As Rooney matured, the pace of the Premier League and the constant pressure to perform caught up with him. Knee problems and recurring muscle strains slowed him down, making it harder to maintain the physical condition that had once defined him. Alongside his physical struggles, Rooney's diet became a point of contention. Reports and rumours began circulating about his off-field lifestyle choices. The high demands of his career, combined with a less than optimal diet, led to significant weight gain during certain periods of his career. This physical transformation did not go unnoticed, and the press quickly began to criticise his appearance, comparing the former athletic star to a more sluggish version of himself. Although the weight gain was evident, Rooney's technical skills remained sharp. He continued to deliver crucial performances, but the lack of fitness started to become apparent in his overall mobility and stamina. The transition from being a lightning-fast striker to a more physically imposing forward meant that Rooney's role on the field had to evolve, but it also required adjusting to the physical limitations that came with his weight fluctuations. In the summer of 2018, Wayne Rooney retired from professional football. But while the roar of the crowds faded and the bright stadium lights dimmed, a new, more personal struggle emerged for Rooney. The challenges he had faced during his career didn't vanish once he hung up his boots. In fact, his health issues, particularly his weight and fitness, became more pronounced in his post-career life. Life after football: the weight of Rooney's struggles. Wayne Rooney retired from professional football, transitioning from a celebrated player to a managerial role. However, the shift from the pitch to the sidelines introduced new personal challenges, particularly concerning his physical health and public perception. Rooney candidly admitted to employing extreme measures to shed this weight, such as spending extended periods in steam rooms and on exercise bikes while fully clothed, abstaining from eating or drinking before weigh-ins. These practices, while effective short-term, highlighted the ongoing battle he faced in maintaining fitness. After retiring, Rooney's routine lacked the structured training schedules that professional football demanded. This absence made it challenging to manage his weight effectively. Public appearances often sparked discussions about his physique, with fans expressing concern over noticeable weight gain. Media outlets frequently highlighted these changes, sometimes overshadowing his accomplishments as a manager. Beyond physical health, Rooney has been open about his mental health challenges during his career. He revealed that he often grappled with internal struggles, resorting to alcohol as a coping mechanism. He would isolate himself for days, drinking to numb the pressures and expectations placed upon him. Rooney admitted that during these times he felt unable to seek help, fearing vulnerability in a high-stakes environment. These revelations shed light on the complex interplay between physical and mental health in athletes, emphasizing that retirement doesn't necessarily alleviate such struggles. The transition away from the game can, in some cases, exacerbate these issues as former players navigate a new identity beyond their sporting career. The media's focus on Rooney's weight and health post-retirement has been relentless. Tabloid stories and online discussions often center on his appearance, sometimes overshadowing his professional endeavors in football management. This scrutiny not only affects public perception, but can also impact personal well-being, as constant commentary on one's physique can be mentally taxing. In addition to his professional responsibilities, Rooney strives to maintain a balanced personal life. His wife, Wayne Rooney, has been a steadfast support throughout his career and retirement. Despite the demands of managing a football club and raising 4 sons, Rooney endeavours to prioritise family time. However, establishing a regular exercise regimen remains a challenge, as he juggles the responsibilities of his career and personal life. Living with the legacy, Rooney's ongoing health challenges. Rooney, now in his late 30s, faces health concerns that are more common with age. His weight issues have continued to be a point of discussion. The difference now, however, is the impact of years of high-level professional sport on his body. As an aging athlete, the toll on his joints, muscles, and overall fitness has become more apparent. Injuries that were once easy to manage during his playing days now take longer to recover from, and his daily physical condition is something he has to monitor carefully. While still relatively young in the grand scheme of life, Rooney's body is showing signs of wear. He's publicly acknowledged the difficulty of staying fit now that he no longer has the routine and discipline that football provided. His struggle to manage his weight has persisted, but now, combined with the normal effects of aging, it's a more pressing issue. There are concerns about how these ongoing physical struggles will impact his long-term health, especially with a family to care for and a career that has shifted to management and media. Rooney has been quite vocal in recent years about the effect this struggle has had on his day-to-day life. The physical side of raising young children, combined with his previous health issues, creates a challenge that feels overwhelming at times. His weight and fitness continue to be a concern, but his sense of responsibility to his family is now front and center. Rooney's battle with his health isn't just physical. Mental health has become a major point of focus for him in recent years. As he continues to deal with the pressures of post-football life, the weight of mental strain from his playing days has only become more pronounced. The shift from a life filled with the rush of game days and training schedules to the quieter, more reflective days of retirement has triggered bouts of anxiety. This is a struggle not often seen by the public, but one that Rooney himself has discussed more openly. The mental adjustment to life after the pitch can be overwhelming for many former athletes, and Rooney has shared the difficulties of this transition. Coupled with his ongoing health concerns, the mental burden is something he continues to battle in private. Despite the ongoing struggles, Rooney has shown determination and resilience. His journey through retirement has been one of self-reflection and change. While his health continues to be a concern, he has expressed a desire to live a healthier life, not just for himself, but for his family. Rooney has taken steps toward reclaiming his fitness, seeking balance between the demands of life, family, and health. Though it may not be an easy road, his commitment to overcoming these challenges remains strong. Rooney's ability to stay grounded in the face of these ongoing health issues shows that, just like on the pitch, he is unwilling to give up without a fight. The path forward. What Rooney can do to regain control. It's clear that the challenges Rooney faces are multifaceted. However, the future is still within his grasp. With the right approach, Rooney has the potential to not only regain control over his health, but to inspire others going through similar struggles. Prioritize physical health through routine. One of the most important things Rooney can do is establish a consistent fitness routine. In the same way he relied on his training as a professional footballer, finding a routine that works for him now, whether it's a mix of strength training, cardio, or even sports-like activities, could help address his weight and overall fitness. As an ex-footballer, he understands the importance of discipline and structure. It's about finding a new form of physical activity that works with his post-retirement life. Although it may not be the intense, rigorous training of his football days, staying active and committing to regular exercise will not only improve his physical health but also help his mental well-being. Maintaining a routine, even something less demanding than his previous schedule, will keep him energized and help combat the effects of aging and weight gain. Seek professional guidance. Rooney has always been a person who thrives under structure, so enlisting a professional to help manage his health could be key. A personal trainer or a nutritionist specializing in post-retirement athletic care could offer tailored solutions to help Rooney regain control over his weight and physical health. Working with professionals who understand the specific needs of former athletes could help him make smarter choices and maintain a healthier lifestyle. Additionally, considering his history of mental health challenges, working with a therapist or counselor could help him navigate the pressures of public scrutiny and the transition to life after football. It's important for him to continue focusing on his mental well-being and seek help when needed. Mental health has long been overlooked in the world of professional sports, but in recent years, it's become increasingly recognized as a vital component of overall health. Rooney should take the time to address his mental and emotional struggles, just as he would his physical health. Focus on balanced diet and lifestyle. A balanced diet is essential for anyone, but particularly for someone like Rooney who's battled fluctuating weight and the toll of years of high-intensity physical activity. By working with a nutritionist, he could focus on a diet that supports his lifestyle, helps him manage his weight, and maintains his energy levels. While it's not about extreme dieting or drastic changes, adopting a healthier, sustainable approach to eating can have long-term benefits. Rooney should focus on foods that promote overall health, like lean proteins, fresh vegetables, fruits, and healthy fats, while also minimizing processed foods and alcohol consumption. The key here is moderation, not deprivation. Engage in mental health and self-care. While Rooney has made strides in being more open about his mental health, the challenges he faces after retirement are still part of his journey. Addressing his mental health through consistent self-care and mindfulness practices could be crucial for him. Taking time each day to focus on his emotional well-being, whether that's through meditation, yoga, journaling, or simply unwinding with family, could help him regain a sense of balance and peace. Rooney should also consider surrounding himself with a supportive network of friends, family, and even fellow athletes who have gone through similar transitions. Sharing experiences and leaning on a community of understanding individuals can be extremely helpful when navigating the mental hurdles of life after professional sport. Embrace new challenges and roles. Finally, Rooney's transition to life after football doesn't need to be just about managing health. It can also be about embracing new challenges and roles. He has already ventured into football management and has a growing media presence. These career paths not only keep him engaged, but also offer a sense of purpose and fulfillment that may have been lacking in the quieter days of retirement. Taking on new professional roles could bring a renewed sense of excitement and motivation for Rooney. By continuing to challenge himself in different ways, he will not only stay busy, but also maintain a sense of achievement that could positively impact his overall health and well-being. Wayne Rooney's story is far from over. From the glory of his football career to the personal battles he faces today, he continues to inspire millions of fans worldwide. The challenges of post-retirement life, including his health struggles, remind us that even the greatest athletes aren't immune to the difficulties we all face. But if there's one thing we know about Rooney, it's that he's a fighter. His journey, both on and off the pitch, is one of resilience, and it's clear that his fight to regain control of his health is far from finished. As we watch his continued journey, let's remember that behind every headline and every statistic, there's a man who, like all of us, is navigating the complexities of life. Rooney may not be the player he once was, but his story is still unfolding and it's one worth following.